Liberal Party's victory at the polls, and while government has been criticized in some areas, there are some who feel this administration is doing a good job. Well, we talked to the nation's chief, who says even though some promises have not yet been fulfilled, he's not disappointed in what they have achieved so far.
Are you disappointed that things did not pick up as readily as you may have liked?
No, I mean, we're coming out of recession and we're watching other countries, and we are very encouraged with the direct foreign investment that we've gotten. We've introduced new major investment in here in different islands. We are now considering an application from French interests for San Salvador, which will do the same, have the same kind of impact in San Salvador that we have in Bimini. We're moving to a conclusion on the development in Cat Island. We are having new developments going on in Eleuthera. We have one very exciting one that we are waiting anxiously on for South Eleuthera. And so it's happening, and in Exuma it's happening.
Although a significant number of homeowners facing foreclosure haven't benefited from government's mortgage relief program, Minister of State for Finance Michael Halkidis says there are a few that have. He admitted it's still a far cry from the 1,000 households government had intended to assist, and they have to go back to the drawing board. He also hit out at critics, arguing that the program is not a pie-in-the-sky election promise.
I'm happy to say we have had some approvals trickle in. Again, not as many as we would like. And so we will go back and we would see where we can improve. The ultimate objective is to make sure people stay in their homes. And I would say this, the plan has been characterized again in some quarters as some pie-in-the-sky election promise. But the Ministry of Finance, myself, sat down with the Clearing Banks Association of the Bahamas and derived this plan. From the figures that were provided to us, we felt that it could work. At the implementation stage, it was not as successful as we would have liked for a variety of reasons. So we go back to the drawing board.
Students at the Mabel Walker Primary School will be transferred to the new state-of-the-art T.J. Glover Primary School in the fall. The move will accommodate the renovation of their school into a professional development institute for teachers and other educational officials.
This upcoming year, we're going to put a lot of resources, both human as well as financial, with regard to retraining and upgrade of our teachers. And so it's something that we have spoken with the union, particularly the president. They are fully on board. We've met with the parents, and we're having another meeting with them this week just to let them know we'll do everything that we can do to assist. Unfortunately, at that school, over the last 3 years, enrollment has continued to decline because of the catchment area there. We're finding not that much kids in the school.
Now, Education Minister Jerome Fitzgerald did acknowledge the concerns of some parents, which he intends to address during his next meeting with them. However, he assured that T.J. Glover has more than enough space to accommodate the incoming students.
It's going to work out fine at the end of the day. The ministry will be better. We'll have proper training facility. Also, meeting facilities will be there so we can have more than 100, 200 teachers come in. Whereas before we always had to go and rent a facility to find somewhere to go. And so we're very excited about it. The senior administrator is excited. The union, teachers union, is excited about it. And the Mabel Walker name will stay there just to make sure that we give it the preeminence it deserves. And so it'll be the Mabel Walker Training Institute for Teachers.
Today marks the 33rd anniversary of the sinking of the Defense Force vessel, the HMBS Flamingo. 4 young Marines lost their lives as they were attacked by the Cubans, and 15 crew members survived. Able Seaman Frenrick Stirrup, Marine Seaman Austin Rudolph Smith, Marine Seaman David Allison Tucker, and Marine Seaman Edward Arnold Williams were pursuing a Cuban vessel reportedly poaching in Bahamian waters when they were fired upon near Ragged Island. Well, this evening, the Defense Force is remembering those fallen heroes during a memorial service in Rawson Square.
Well, today is also being celebrated as World Lupus Day. It's the reason my co-anchor and I are actually wearing purple tonight. It's a time when the worldwide lupus community comes together to shine a light on one of the world's most unpredictable, mysterious, and devastating diseases, which has no known cause and no known cure. In fact, the local lupus organization, Pt.2 has been able to secure a proclamation by the Prime Minister to have today officially named Lupus Day. Here's Pt.2 Vice President Shauna Lee Johnson.
I think for us, because lupus is not an illness that is as common as, say, cancer or diabetes, something you hear about every day, but it still has a severe level of impact on the lives, it's important that we get that level of recognition, and it brings a level of awareness to it that reaches another level.
Lupus organizations around the globe are rallying together to urge action and raise awareness of the disease. Its effects can be far-reaching, as explained to us by 24-year survivor Chanel Brennan, whose battle began when she was just 19. For Johnson, who is now president of Pt.2, it meant going through some adverse changes some might find embarrassing. Why the embarrassment, I guess, you think?
It is just trying to understand what is going on with your own body, because you have so many changes. Lupus itself mimics a lot of illnesses, and some of the medications that you take actually can change your appearance. And so just having to go out and in public and things have changed. For instance, you may have to wear an oxygen 24/7, or your body may be much larger because you take prednisone. Those things you have to adjust to yourself. And people are actually shocked when they see you.
Well, a number of events are planned for this month, including Pop for Lupus Day, where the organization asks members of the public to wear the color purple today. It's a simple way to raise the level of awareness. The group is also holding Hope Floats, a balloon release ceremony at Fort Charlotte in memory of those who passed on from lupus. And on May 26th, Pt.2 will host a Purple Hat Tea Party and Fashion for a Cause showcase at St. Matthew's Parish. For more information, visit the group's Facebook page at Lupus Bahamas 242.
The winner of the 2013 Suspected Child Abuse Poem Competition is Aaliyah Johnson, a sixth grader of Ridgeland Primary School. Johnson went up against 31 contestants and eventually claimed the top prize. Under the theme, "Please Don't Let Them Hurt Your Children," this is the fourth year for the competition, and the event is designed to heighten awareness about child abuse. Johnson, who walked away with a number of prizes, tells us what inspired her to write that poem.
I went to one of my family members' homes. Her neighbors, she has this little boy and girl, and she would beat the little boy most. And whenever their Grammy is home, they would be laughing and playing. So then I decided to write on the boy most.
What does this mean for your poem to actually win the competition this year?
It feels good because this is my first time entering a poem competition, and I just feel good to win it.
Organizer nurse Althea Neely says she's extremely pleased with this year's poem submissions and told us just how the winner was chosen.
This meeting is every Thursday of each month, and we brought in the team, and we were able to review those poems, look over them. It was difficult. They were so awesome. It was really difficult, but we had to make a choice. And that choice was first prize winner, Aaliyah Johnson. And I went and I was speaking to her early, and I was just congratulating her and letting her know, listen, girl, and I think Ridgeland Primary, this is the first time for them. And so we were really impressed.
Well, in spite of hard economic times, with some people finding it harder than most to make ends meet on a daily basis, there are those stories that have a happy ending. Yesterday, we reported on a homeless family who has been living in an abandoned car in Yellow Elder Gardens for some 3 years. The teary-eyed daughter, Lauren, spoke with ZNS News, recalling how her family came to be in that situation. Well, ever since that report, the response has been overwhelming. The general public is demonstrating what it means to be our brother's keepers. Calls have been coming into our newsroom of people offering to lend assistance. Officials from the Department of Social Services also called for further information to help that family. Now, if you would like to assist this family as well, the contact is 544-2547 or 466-1850. Again, the numbers are 544-2547 or 466-1850. Well, stay with us. A look at Family Island news is coming up next.
And a little later, sports. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Andrew Knowles. A third casino may be in the future for New Providence. A Bahamian group led by former Cabinet Minister Tennyson Wells hopes to assume the third casino license for the island and apply it to a development set for the Coral Harbour area. The third license for casino gambling on New Providence is earmarked for the South Ocean Resort. The group, led by Mr. Wells, intends to develop an amusement park complex in Coral Harbour and reportedly hopes to have the casino as the main attraction. No word on what the government plans to do with the third casino license. The month of May prove to be fruitful for the Bahamian economy as far as sports tourism is concerned. The country is currently hosting the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup qualifier, taking place at the Malcolm Park Beach Soccer facility. And in the soccer friendly between the Tottenham Hotspurs of the English Premier League and the Jamaican national team, the Reggae Boys, is set for May 23rd at the National Stadium. May 23rd will also see the first round of the Pure Silk LPGA Golf Classic at the Ocean Club Golf Course. Tourism officials estimate the take-home from these events and other sports tourism events for the year will be more than $13 million. And finally, the world's most recognizable brand, Coca-Cola, plans to tackle worldwide obesity by putting nutritional information on all of its iconic cans and bottles. Coke includes the nutritional information on cans produced in mature markets, but in most third world countries where the brand is most dominant, the information is missing. Coca-Cola execs are hoping to push consumers to be more active and mobile to burn the 139 calories in every can of Coke. That was your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Andrew Knowles.